Okay guys, we're just up here in the wood, day after we've done all our chipping. And we've got all this side pretty much clear. There's a few little piles still to do behind me over there. And we've got this side, we need to work through all that, pull out all the firewood basically. Yeah, we're just up here burning up and getting all the stumps. And it is hot, really, really hot, these fires. It also hasn't rained for a long time here, a good 3 weeks. So what we're actually finding, which is incredible, is the fire is going underground to old roots and popping up kind of 20 meters away from the fire and burning out stumps. It's just incredible. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there. We're going to be up here for a bit looking after these fires now, make sure they don't get out of control. It's also, wind's picked up, which probably doesn't help too much. You can just see the turbine in the background there blowing away, and it'd probably be a little bit more helpful if it was a still day. So yeah, we're just going to have a look at one of these stump fires. Yeah, so we've just moved up. Dave's pulling out a root fire that had happened over there. I don't really know how it managed to get all the way from the fire there to the other side of the digger, but it did. So yeah, these fires are really, really roasting hot. So we're just going to have to keep an eye on those. Yeah, so here we are, fire's over here, and that's the big fire over there. It must be 20 meters away. Absolutely incredible. I'm going to have to come down here and knock this about and see what's, try and put it out. These fires have burnt overnight. They're actually still burning. There's a lot of heat in these, especially in the centre. It'll still be pretty hot. There's a good little bit of fire burning just down there. So today we'll just come back through, keep pulling up stumps and levelling out the ground and pulling up these fires into fire pits again. Try and make sure that they burn everything up. So yeah, there we go. Okay guys, we're just up here on our pad and we've got Dennis on a little Vibromax there, rolling this in tight. He's gonna do these sections 5 times up and down. You can clearly see the line between what's been rolled and what hasn't been rolled. And then tomorrow I'll come in here and get some MOT poured on top, 100mm, and level it all off and then roll it again. Yeah, that'll be a good job done then. We've had the MOT come in, type 1. It's actually a recycled product, so you can see kind of bricks in there. It's a little bit of brick, and it gets washed out of a wash plant in Kettering, Storefield. So we've had it before. It's a great product. It's a little bit cheaper than the fresh quarried. You do get a little bit of contaminant in there, which you've sometimes got to look through. You know, find little bits of wire or what have you. Sort of funny little bits here. Never quite know what you're going to get. Looks like a doorknob or something. You know, a bit of tree root maybe, all sorts. But it all hammered down quite nicely once we get the roller on it. So that's the day's job. We didn't get very far yesterday. We were digging out the trench that had the water which was coming from all the downpipes of the building, and unfortunately just over here there's an electric line that comes in to power the grain stores and also the communication tower, which is over there. And unfortunately the lads hit it with the bucket, so we had to have Western Power come out and put in a new connection. They just nipped it, seemed to sort of dogleg out from this small building here, so that's been a real shame that happened, but yeah, such is life. Hopefully we'll have a better day today, pulling this all out and then we'll have to laser level it, roll it. So there's a fair amount more work still to be done on this site. And there we go, guys. All right, guys, I've leveled it all off and rolled it again. That recycled MOT has gone down quite nicely. I mean, you can see there's sort of little bits of plastic in it there, but bits of brick, bit of glass even there. But it all kind of hammers down quite nice. There's enough dust in it and fines. Yeah. Bit of plastic tubing there, but that won't hurt. So yeah, that's going to look quite nice. We've put the drain in there, just going off over in the distance there, just by the telegraph pole, is a drain manhole cover. So we've drained all the down pipes that were sat across here. We hit the electric line the other day in there, but that's all been put back right now, so we're all working. We haven't taken the drain around the corner to the shed, and we just got to finish off a little bit of stonework here coming onto the platform that will build up. We'll have to put a road around here just to put it all through, basically. So yeah, there we go. We've got a fair amount of tidying up to do, and we're going to have a series of columns across the back of the clamp here to be able to push and put concrete walls in and push the grain up, so they can just tip on this pad, push the grain up with the telehandler, and then take it over to the dryer bin there. So yeah, all very exciting to see this coming on. We'll be putting the concrete down, I think, by the end of July. So yeah, there we go. Okay, so same time as that's happening around the back, we just had the first load of barley come in. So yeah, they're harvesting today, and yeah, we'll just hopefully get that done in a few days, and then we're on to the rapeseed oil. So yeah, lots going on. So we're just up at the top of the farm here. They've got 2 combines going, pulling in the barley now. So they are properly flying at it. And that is all the barley that's come in from yesterday, which is all the barley that we're growing. So quite some effort to put that in one day, I've got to say. Just amazing how quick things happen here when you get the right bits of machine on the job. And then next week they're going to have to find a space for the rape. But hopefully some of this will start going out in trucks and yeah, be sold back into the market. Each of these bays are about 5 meters, so we've got 10 meters plus a half, a little bit down there. So that gives you the cubage by 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5, maybe 5. So yeah, and it's 3 meters high there, so that gives you how many cubes. The clever boys who want to work out what the cubage is that we've got here. But there we go. Amazing job. Okay guys, we've just got Matt back in, the skipper. Yeah, I'm just working through another pile of arb logs. You see here, he's been going for about an hour and a half now, so yeah, he's probably done about 20 tons in that hour and a half or so, something like that. It's quite nice to just sit here and work his way through it. drum grabs it, and then it goes onto those knives there, chips it, and it goes through the screens there and there before it shoots up that and into the trailer. At the moment, we've got a little blockage on our chipper. Yeah, those little augers down there that pull the chip forward, take it up into this drum, which flicks it down up into the spout. Yeah, interesting. Nice little jam, it looks like. Looks like something's wedged in there. Good, Matt.
See where?
Okay guys, so we just cleared up 25 tons of chip there of these logs, arb logs. There's little bits on the floor that, yeah, these little pieces here. We'll see if we've got a bit of time now to do a bit more chipping before he goes. It's about 3 o'clock. So it's interesting, this guy managed to do about 75 tons of the arb logs. Arrived at 8, it's 3 now, so yeah, 7 hours or so. It's quite interesting to see how the economics of that work, given that you're buying in the arb at about sort of 30 or something, and then he's going to be £1,000 a day. So I'll have to do my calculations to see if it's worthwhile having more arbs in or not, basically. Okay, let's see what we've got next then. Okay guys, so just looking at the time, we're actually going to stay here and do some shipping just on site, but just going back to those arb logs, we just had a little chat. I mean, probably to have them here for those 7 hours is probably about £1,000. And as I said, I bought the arb logs in for 12 quid plus transport, probably like 18 on the logs, so pushing them up to about £30. We've got about 75 tons, so we're kind of around about £43 a ton for that chip. And that's not bad, but I mean, I could buy in whole tree for about 45. Whole tree has a lot of, but it can be quite variable. There can be quite a lot of fines in it, or oversized, you've got to screen out. So we're probably on the right side doing our vlogs, but it's not brilliant. And certainly with white diesel being used instead of red, that's another factor to look at. Anyway, just interesting little thing to try. Okay, so he has just chipped that up, and that's taking him about half an hour to fill that trailer. So that's another thing about the logs, it's probably taking an hour to fill a trailer, whereas when you've got whole tree, which is what's sat down there, and there's a fair amount of rounds in that as well. It's not just branch, it's tree, it is properly the whole tree, right from the base up. He can really nail through that machine, so that's definitely the difference what's going on there. So yeah, interesting, definitely interesting experiment on the log front today. So here's the difference between the round wood stroke whole tree chip. It's quite uniform squares in there, versus this is the log chip that we were doing this morning. A little bit more sort of spiky, really. Not quite as uniform squares. Still not a bad chip. I wouldn't complain about that at all. It's quite nice, white and clean, probably because of the large amount of cedar that's in there. Smells nice too. Yeah, versus this part here, just a little bit smaller, tighter chip, more uniform. So yeah, that's probably the difference there. Just going through our oversized pile here, picking up all the stuff that's come out of our screen deck over there and putting it on the bench. It's all oversized, but when it goes through the chipper, it'll come down to a 230 chip. So yeah, there's enough here to make it worthwhile. Maybe a trailer load, probably a half and a full trailer load. So yeah, just these little savings you want to do to keep making money really on the wood chip side. Otherwise, what do you do with it? Just throw it in the hole or burn it or something. That's lost revenue.